What's up, everybody? Bringing you another video. Hope your guys had a pretty good week. I've had a pretty good week. A lot of research, but I wanted to get to uh, talking to you guys about men. I think I've been slamming women pretty hard in the last few videos, so I wanted to address some issues that men have today. Uh, Primarily, it's men missing in the workforce. Got this interesting article for you guys. But before we dig into it, please like the video, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. I'm doing a lot of work to get you guys some research, get you guys some pretty good quality material. So I take some time into researching and gathering all the information and delivering a good message for you guys. So it'd be helpful, if you just like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. So, anyways, I got the article from CBS News, and they titled it "Millions of Men Have Dropped Out of the Workforce." Companies leaving companies struggling to fill jobs. It's a matter of our national identity. So let's jump right into it. So buckle up. A large number of American men of prime working age between 25 to 50 years old are not working or even looking for work, resulting in a major hole in the American economy. In 1953, 98% of men in the age range had a job or were looking for one. The number has fallen ever since today. 7.2 million men have essentially dropped out of the workforce. It's a matter of national identity, said Mike Rowe. He hosts of Dirty Jobs on Discovery. I think it's a giant issue, and by the time we realize how big an issue it is, we're going to have a hard time turning the temperature down. It's not an issue rooted in unemployment rate, which at 3.5 is the lowest it's been in 50 years. So what's behind the phenomena? More jobs than workers. We have more jobs than we have people for, and about half the jobs for every worker, said Jim Timmons, who leads the National Association of Manufacturers, is an advocacy group based in Washington, D.C., represents the thousands of manufacturers across the country. Timmons describes all of this as a profound problem for the companies he represents. The number one challenge for most of them right now is filling open jobs. I never thought I'd be able to say that, he told CBS News, but now it's kind of an all hands on demand. We've got to fill those jobs that are open. More than 770,000 manufacturing jobs are open right now, according to the latest federal count from November. The number has surged in recent years as companies reinvest in American made products, or try to. With manufacturing workers earning more than $30 an hour on average, Timmons said, problem is not the pay, but the perception. See, and that I kind of find hard to believe that manufacturing jobs are paying $30 an hour. I find that really hard to believe. Maybe in New York they are, but not where I live. It used to be a dirty, dark, and dangerous, he said, but today it's very sleek and very technologically driven. Not just perception. Carla Trontman, CEO of ElectricSoft, a company outside of Philadelphia that makes circuit boards, says she wishes 45 people worked there instead of 30, but that she can't find people to fill the roles. Costing the company around $5 million in the top line revenue, as she has been forced to down and pretend contracts. She suspects some people may be sitting out because of the recent change in how many of us look for work. I think the fulfillment, I think it's the culture. I think people really want to feel as though they are appreciated, she said. And it's overall feeling of being fed up and being taken for granted, she added, but there's more to it. According to Laura Dawson Ulrich, a senior regional economist at the Charlotte branch of Federal Reserve Bank in Richmond. Some non-working men have skills mismatch while others have criminal records that make them ineligible for many jobs and make some employers hesitant to hire them. That's true. If you have a criminal record, it may be harder. Many others rely that safety nets such as disability payments. It might also come down to values. Many public schools have stopped offering shop classes, which means many students may have stopped even considering some lines of work. That's also true, that we don't have like wood shop and mechanic shop in a lot of schools nowadays. They had it when I was going to school, but too many kids were getting hurt. I guess that was the issue. It goes back to the stigmas, the stereotypes and myths and misconceptions that are keeping guidance counselors from talking about opportunities like this to kids in their care, said Rowe, who created the Microwave Workers Foundation in 2008 to promote careers in vocational arts, those things that are keeping parents from putting all the options on the table. Leisure time. How are non-working men between 25 and 54 spending their time? On average, nearly 7 hours every weekday are dedicated to leisure time, relaxing, playing games, watching TV. According to data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics from 2021, data shows that men who are not working or looking for work spend less time caring for others' household members like children than men who are at work. So, that's the article. So that was kind of a lot to digest there. Basically, just to summarize, men are missing out in the workforce and they can't figure out why. So they included, things like criminal record, mismatching. Today's society is more technically driven. People want to work at home, all that stuff. But I wanted to give you guys a different perspective on this, because that's quite a bit of statistic. There are millions of men not missing in the workforce. I think, what was that number again? Let me just check here really quick. 7.2 million men. So that's about how many. We got 400 million in the United States right now, I think, or 350 million. I don't know. I can't remember. But I wanted to give you guys a different perspective. Excuse me, while I'm looking something up. I had this typed out, but somehow I must have not saved it correctly because it's just not loading for me. So I have to look up the article for you guys. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys a different perspective on things because men are opting out. Men are not trying anymore. You always hear this all the time. Where are all the good men? Where's men? Why aren't they stepping up? Why aren't they doing this? Why aren't they doing that? What's going on with the guys? So, it's like it's always our responsibility to save society from their problems. If there's a war going on, men, y'all gotta step up. Okay? If there's jobs needing filled, men, y'all gotta step up. You always have to step up. You always have to save society from whatever problem that they're coming up. But yet, she did mention in the article, said that men don't really feel appreciated. And if you guys been watching my videos and you watched my last video, men are definitely not appreciated, and especially not in relationships. Okay. I have here another article from the Indiana University. Nearly 1 in 3 young men in the U.S. reporting having no sex, study finds. Okay? Men ages from 18 to 24. So it's mostly Gen Z here who are reporting not having sex. Also, relationships are down, right? Less people are getting married. Also, people are being more isolated than ever before. right? So I think it's a combination of things. I think it's people not forming relationships, men not being appreciated, um, isolation, and distractions. Like, I was just having a conversation a while ago with a when I was on a date with this girl, and I said to her, "What does a society look like when people have so many distractions?" I mean, you've got your TV, you got your cell phone, you got video games. Like everything we do it from the comfort of our home. We don't go out anymore. We're like before technology has taken over our lives, we were forced to find things to do. We were forced to go out into the world and engage in the world and entertain ourselves in some kind of way rather than being talking to another human being. And that's what's really lacking in the world is people are just not engaging. But what's motivating men? Like, what's the driving force of it? What has caused men to build society, right? To do these jobs, these manufacturing jobs that build society. What has always motivated men to get up off their ass, right, and go do the job, right? Well, prior, in the last 50, 60 years, it was family. Men would go work in coal mines, work in factories, do all kinds of dangerous jobs, right? That women don't do. You don't see female trash collectors. You see men doing that job. You see mostly male electricians. Not that there isn't women out there that can't do it, because there is, and I met some, but it's mostly a male dominated profession. Men dominate the trades. Okay? You can do a quick Google search and you can see what women are majoring in universities. Okay? And it's not STEM or engineering. Okay? They mostly are in the medical field or some kind of social work. So they tend to go for jobs that are more people oriented, while men tend to do more industrial jobs. So again, but what's motivating men today when they're not forming families? We're not forming families like we used to anymore. 1 in 3 men not having sex, right? And I'm not saying that girls should go out there and take care of that, but more or less, there's an issue going on here that the internet, social media, the technology we live in today, the technological age we live in, is causing us to be more isolated, more plugged in than ever before. And we're just not getting together, and men are just not opting out. And then again, why should they better themselves? What do they owe society when society tells them that their masculinity is toxic? When you have women literally saying, we don't need a man. What does that look like to society? Why should men give a crap when that's what you're telling them, that they're toxic, that we don't care about you? The only time we care about you is when we need you to rescue us from whatever disaster is going on. It's not till the building's on fire, right? And somebody's trapped inside, do you need a big, strong man to come in and rescue you? So, why should men put in the work to rescue society? Why should they do that? For who? If you guys been watching me and you've seen my videos, 70% of the population's overweight. Right? And the body shape that men find most attractive is the hourglass with low body fat. Men are not attracted to overweight women. Are there some guys that are attracted to overweight women? Yes, there is. Do some guys settle? Yes, they do. But if you ask them in the closed room what they really like, and there's nobody listening, and he's not worried about getting canceled, he's going to tell you he likes a thin woman. Well, why should they be motivated for when society's telling them that they don't need you, they don't want you? What are they to do? They're better off staying home, playing video games, right? I don't think men should give up. I think they should try to better themselves. not for society, but for themselves, so they can live the life that they want to live. And I always say this: if your life on social media, online, is gives you more happiness than actually living out in the real world, and if that gives you, and your online world is more fulfilling than the real world, then you've got a problem. I truly believe that, because it's not real. It's fantasy. It's make believe. Video games are not real. It's a fine. It's okay to have an escape. You go escape for an hour of your day. That's fine. Go ahead. I play video games, but it becomes unhealthy when you are more happy playing video games than you are hanging out with your friends, going on a date with a girl, talking to your family. I think this is where the issue lies, is where men need to just get up, and women too need to get out of their home and interact with the world. I mean, there is such a beautiful world out there, right? And they're missing it. They're missing it. But again, I can only deliver the message. It's up to you guys to use this information how you see fit. Either it's useful or it isn't. So, anyways, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I tried to make this a short video. I just wanted to get that message out there for you guys that, yeah, there's a lot of crappy men out there. There's a lot of men, just fat, overweight men, just staying home, playing video games, watching TV, not doing anything with their lives. And society's complaining, where's all the men? We need them to step up. Why should they? For who? Who should they step up for? For you? Because you want them to? No, they're not going to, and I wouldn't advocate for that. I would advocate for men stepping up for themselves to build the life that they want to live, and so they can tell people no. For the people that didn't give a crap about them, they can tell them no. This is my money. This is my time. I'm going to spend it how I want to. Right? And I hope you guys do that too. And women need to understand that we don't owe you nothing. We don't have to rescue you or any of that. We don't have to accept any of this, right? But again, it's their choice. And we're going to have to deal with the consequences of what we've done. As a society, we've created all these conveniences, all these luxuries. They're going to come at a price. And we're going to find out what that price is pretty soon. Well, I hope you guys found this video informative. I'll see you in the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe.